Hello guys, today I've got the OnePlus Nord 6 and I'm going to show you all the display settings. So at first you need to open the settings, and here you need to go to the display and brightness. The first thing, mode. You can select light mode of your phone or dark mode. The difference is of course in the colors, but not only here in the colors. The battery is relieving actually too if you have dark mode enabled, because you don't actually have that much load on the screen because the pixels are disabled, and this is because we've got here the OLED screen, which means that the black is pure black because the pixels are either dimmed or completely turned off. Here, as you can see, we've got schedule for our mode. We can schedule the mode, like sunset to sunrise for dark mode, custom for of course our dark mode. This is and this times from light mode you'll switch to dark mode. So here, as you can see, light mode, dark mode. Here we've got dark mode settings such as enhanced dark mode, medium or gentle. This is the mode of our dark mode. I think this is new option, very new option, so this is not that good, because as you can see, if we switch this mode, we can see colors may not be displayed correctly when your screen brightness is low, and the same with the gentle, so I'll leave enhanced as it is. Here, as you can see, we've got adjust wallpaper to dark mode, which is actually very cool, because we'll have our wallpaper automatically adjusted to the dark mode, and dark mode for third-party apps. We can enable it if they don't have dark mode. We can force it using our phone. Here, as you can see, we've got brightness. We can increase the brightness level or decrease it using this slider. Here we've got auto brightness. You can enable or disable it. It works with this sensor built in here. So now that's how it works. Here we've got screen color mode. These are the colors. We can select vivid, natural color mode, and as you can see, the difference is very noticeable right here on this image. And here we've got pro modes. We can enlarge it, and we've got here cinematic. Use display P3 mode for more faithful color reproduction, or brilliant. Use the widest color gamut for a brighter color display. So let me, for example, here select vivid, and now if we scroll down all the way, we can see screen color temperature. And again, you can set it based on your preferences. It can be either pink or yellow or purple or some green. It can be warm set over here, default or cold. Let me, for example, leave warm over here because for me it looks better. Here we've got eye care. The eye care is eye protection mode, and it is actually very useful because we can enable this mode, eye comfort and sleep. Automatically adjust the screen to a warm yellow hue based on environmental changes, enhancing visual comfort and making it easier to fall asleep at night. This is something like True Tone on iPhones, and it's actually very cool. I recommend to have this option enabled. Eye protection, custom. You can enable it, and now customize the color temperature to adjust the intensity of the blue light filter and schedule when to apply the filter. Here we've got this schedule, and you can enable the schedule, and it works the same. You can turn on at 10 p.m. and disable at tomorrow 7 a.m. and you can just leave this schedule like this. Here, as you can see, if we have it enabled, we can increase it to high, and it will be yellowish, and default, and of course low. It's actually based on your preferences. Here, as you can see, if we have it enabled, we've got something else, display effects. We can tap it, and it can be either color or black and white, so we can disable colors in our display completely. It's good actually when you want to get rid of the addiction to your phone. Adaptive tone. Automatically adjust the screen color temperature based on the ambient lighting conditions to make the screen colors consistent in any environment. You can enable or disable it right here. Font. You can tap it and select the font settings in your phone. It can be there one sans, one serif, or both OnePlus sans serif, etc. Font size. You can increase the font size right here or decrease it. The same as with the font wave. But when it comes to the font wave, you need to just tap reset here. You can tap apply and now it's changed. Here we've got display size. If you want to make your display bigger or smaller, you can just tap here large, standard or small. As you can see, you'll be prompted to use the simple mode if you are an elderly person. Auto rotate. And the gyroscope's working in your phone, which means that you can rotate your phone like, horizontal and vertical position, and it will adjust automatically to what you do. Auto screen off. You can tap it, and I think I don't really need to explain this option. Your phone will just turn off. Not turn off, your screen will turn off after this period of time selected here. So now the screen should dim in a moment, and then it should completely turn off, because I selected 15 seconds. As you can see, it works. I've got 30 minutes so that I can show you things without touching the screen constantly. So yeah. Here we've got screen attention. Keeps your screen on while you're looking at it. You can enable it and tap agree. The only thing is that it will make the camera working constantly, and it's not a good thing, I think, but it's based on your preferences, so if you want to enable it, just make it enabled. Screen resolution. You can tap it. I actually really recommend to have standard selected, because you won't feel that much difference between these two modes. But what the difference is actually one crucial difference. Here we've got screen resolution, which means that we have here the standard one, 2354 pixels, like this when it comes to the vertical alignment, and 1080 horizontal. And it means that we have longer battery life, because the higher the resolution, the more battery use, and this is this high one. High is 2772 to 1272, and means that we have sharper image. Actually, you can set it based on your preferences, but I'd check high. And we've got here auto select based on our battery consumption. And not only battery consumption, because as you can see here, we've got depending on the display content, but yeah. Screen refresh rate. Here, as you can see, we've got three options. Auto select. Automatically is the optimal refresh rate for your device to bring you a continuous, smooth experience and conserve the battery power. You can set what you want actually here, because it doesn't really matter. But if you select auto select, it will automatically manage your screen refresh rate, and you even won't notice it actually. And it will preserve battery. It will maybe when playing, it will set the display refresh rate to 165 Hz. So it's smart. Here we've got standard, fixed up to 60 Hz to conserve the battery, to save the battery, and here high. Fixed, maybe not fixed, but it won't have the cap for 60 Hz. The cap will increase to 165 Hz for an optimal visual effect and a smooth experience. Here we've got, okay, I forgot one thing, wait a moment. Here we've got app specific refresh rate. You can tap it, and you can select, if you tap on each application, specific refresh rate for each app. For example, I want my Instagram to play not in 120 Hz, but in 60. Just select it here, and that should be it. Here we've got full screen for apps, and you can select here if you want to have in applications like this, default, and hide front camera. Here I can tap it, and here all apps have been optimized for full screen display. because we don't have the applications that support it right now on our device. If we scroll down, we can see full display on and full screen display off, which means that we will have this bottom thing disabled completely. And this is the same thing, but you can adjust these applications right here. And that's all settings for our display. I hope you liked it. Goodbye!